Rusty's Sudoku stream. I'm Rusty. Kind of implied in that, isn't it? In the name of the stream. In any case, we are going to play puzzle number 625 of the easy collection of puzzles. As you'll see, this looks like they formatted it in a bit of a star. Not entirely, but and not a perfect star by any means. Technically, I think this is a rotation 180 degrees around the center. What we're missing up here. And let's see if this is solvable. You get 20 seconds once I start, or once it validates, to see if you can get a grasp on it. And here we go. All right, 20 seconds. And 10 seconds now. All right, so with these, I like to recognize that there are only 3 possible entries in here. We got a 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 9. So we have a 5 and 7 that can be in these 2 spots, and 8 that gets to fill in that. And then we've got 2 missing here. We've got 1, 2. One of these is going to be a 3, and it can't be this one. So this is a 3. And we got a 4, 5. So this is going to be a 6 over here. All right. That gets some of the dead wood out of the mix right off the bat. All right. What else have we got? Anything? Ah, we get an 8 here. These 2 will be an 8. Got 3 possibilities. Ah, we get an 8 here. That means this is an 8. Means one of these 2 is an 8. And one of these 2 is a 9. Nope, not that one. So that's a 9. All right. Over here, do we have anything? Well, one of these, this one's going to be a 1. We've got a 2 going into one of these 3. How about a 4? Oh, this one's going to be a 4. So one of these 2 is a 2. We get a 3. One of these 2 is now a 5. That makes this a 7 and this is a 5. Over here, we've got, well, there's a 1 there. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. 3, 4, 5. This one is going to be a 6. That means one of these 3 is going to be a 7. I don't mark repeats, but it's going to be one of these 3. Probably one of these 2, but it could be this one. We shall see. All right, up here, that can't be a 2. This can't be a 2, so it's going to be one of these 2. This one is blocked by this over here. That means one of these 2 is going to be a 2. Let's see, how about down here? Anything? One of these 3 will be a 2. One of these 2 will be a 2. How about 1s? Do we have anything with that? Well, one of these 2 is going to be a 1. Got 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities down here. Only 1 here, so now we've got 2 possibilities here. All right. 1s and 2s are marked as much as I can at the moment, so let's move on to 3s. one of these two is going to be a 3. One of these two is going to be a 3. That means one of these two will be a 3. Up here, we've got one of, that's not going to be a 3. That's going to be a 3, which means this is a 3. How about 4s? We've got 1, 2, 3 possibilities for 4 here, but this 4 blocks this one from being a 4, so one of these two is going to be a 4 here, and this is going to be a 4 up here. That means one of these two is a 4, and we end up with one of these two being a 4 as well. That means this is a 4, and that's all of the 4s for the board, either marked or earmarked. So 5s, we've got a 5 or 5s in each of the center columns. One of these two is a 5. And down here, we've got 2 possibilities for a 5. Up here, we've got a 5 going here, because this 5 and this 5 block these points. This 5 block these two. That's the 5 here. And this becomes a 5 here. And we end up with this being a 5. This becomes a 3. Turns that into a 5 and a 2 here. This becomes a 2. And over here, we get a 1 and a 4 here. That makes a 4 here. And we get a 3 in this slot. And let's see, anything else? We're down to 3 possibilities here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these two will be a 6. One of these 3 is a 7. One of these two is a 9. All right. 3 possibilities for a 9 here. This is going to prevent this from being a 9. We already have a block here on this one, so this is a 9. Actually, this one blocked it as well, didn't it? One of these two will be a 9. So what else we got? One of these two is going to be a 9. We got 1s and 9s here. One of these two will be a 2. There's 3, 4, 5. At the moment, I've got 3 possibilities for 6. One of these two is a 7, 8, and 9. So that's tidied that one up nicely. Over here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of these two is a 6. Oops, not a 9, 6. The other is a 7. With this being a 7, one of these two is, oops, that's not a 7. Maybe it is. Those two is a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes this into a 6. There's 6 here. One of these two is a 6. And this one's going to be a 1. That helped narrow that one down. That becomes a 9. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's going to be a 7. So that's a 2. And this is a 9. That's a 7. That's a 9. This is a 9. This is a 6. And this becomes a 7. One of these two will be a 7 now. So each of these have 2 possibilities. One of these two will be a 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What have we got for 6s? Well, this can't be a 6. This can't be a 6. So one of these two is a 6. That matches up with one of these two being a 6, which means this is a 6. This became a 7 and this a 2. So this is a 6, a 2, a 7 and an 8, a 6 and a 7, and here we fill out with a 2, 8, and 7 to complete. Hey, that took me 8 minutes and 13 seconds, or 33 seconds. Subtract 20 and that would be 13, but we don't do that. So just over 8 minutes to complete. How did you do? I hope you had a good time with this. We'll look forward to catching up with you again soon, and take care.